Okay, the class Arian is still running, which means that the Fendt is finished. Kind of. Take this back to the top here. So I think off camera I'll recover the bales and oh, you are yes, you are there. So it looks to me like we're all mulching this edge. And this isn't mismulch bits in the corner, that's just the shadows from the trees. Yeah, I'll recover the bales off camera. I'll probably also mulch the oat fields. I think as far as harvesting is concerned, of the fields we own, we've got 4 barley fields, and those are all going to be whole crop silage. And then 64 is our cornfield, which still has some growth left in it. So we're kind of, once we've mulched these fields, possibly put down some manure of some description. There's nothing more for us to do until planting season comes around. So that will probably give us the opportunity to get out there and do some harvesting contracts and try and get some more grain for our grain mill, because that is sorely depleted this year. The problem was I'd already planted the fields last year before I realized that the production rate of the place that makes bread, our bakery, was actually 4 times as productive as it had been the prior year because of patches to the farm, or patches to the map. So we were just completely out of flour before I realized, and we just didn't have enough flour producing products in the ground when that was a thing. Worker E has an almost full grain tank again. So I'm going to put this over here. Block up the shed. Ooh, nice turnaround. So we'll run up the top here. I'm going to switch the John Deere with the Fendt. then we'll start carting manure with this. Although I'm not sure we're going to be doing that for long before the harvester's done. We kept this trailer because of the sort of barely over 200 horsepower tractors that we were running. We knew for a fact the Massey Ferguson S6 at the time, which could be upgraded to 200 horsepower. That's now the 6700S. That tractor used to be we did start with that tractor, but even at 200 horsepower, it struggled with the hills on this map. So we upgraded to the Deutz, which was just shy of 250, which just came up on a store sale at a very convenient point. Then that was our grain cart, because it was one that was offered in sale. It's a little bit bigger than I probably would have thought for a farm this size. I think normally you're looking at a 16 ton trailer, and that's quite a little bit more. But then we got the John Deere. Then this bigger grain cart came up. So the John Deere pulls this one. I know for a fact that the Deutz and the Fendt would not be able to haul this trailer fully loaded. Let's press the proper button. So John Deere hauls this thing normally, and the mid-size tractor hauls the smaller one. Okay, we will be able to empty this entire manure tank. And there you can see all our straw bales in the bale shed. I may just put all of the straw bales in that bale shed and then top up the robot feeder as it's needed. We do need to shred a couple of them for we need to shred a couple of them for bedding. Tip side back, yes, okay, you're on the full tip too. All I need to remember is if I'm delivering to some of the sell points, I do need to convert or switch to grain door tipping so that we don't hit the roof of the shed that we're tipping at. But under normal farm conditions, so long as I make sure that the loading spout is clear of the front of the trailer, I can tip full height, not a problem. I suppose the other thing we can do, we could consider doing, is buying the oil mill. That's really conveniently placed. Not so much for the delivery of it, but for actually making it. Alrighty. Let's jump out and get this thing turned on. So, manure. Activate. Oh. Sorry. Electric charge. Cell. Methane. Cell. We'll retain the digestate, and what might happen is we might be able to pull digestate from here to cover the fields with natural manure or natural nitrogen rather than use our supplies of slurry and manure. I mean, for ages now we've just been throwing manure out on the fields because, you know, we're generating so much of it, and the capacity of that manure tank is a little bit small. Slurry, I think we figured we can store about 10 million litres. So the fact that we're up to 1.9 is sort of, you know, there's still, you know, at least 10 years before our slurry tank's full. So I don't really have to worry about it too much. But the manure pit is just filling up like crazy. Actually, there's manure at the pig shed as well, which not a thing I've been worried about. I don't know why it loaded. It just did. Okay, let's go find Mr. Fent. Because this guy is about to be full and he's probably going to turn around, which is most unfortunate. So I think what I'll do here is grab that bit too. Oh, we're still not full. Okay, we'll try that one again. I'm fairly certain that when I grab the next bit, it will just say, yeah, I'm done. There we go. Okay, let's go find the vent there. Okay, this will fill that up completely. I should be able to do now, I'll run down this row at least until we get to the bale. Just tidy up this end. It'll make baling easier if I get the end tidied. So you're going to empty completely? Oh yes. So yeah, I don't have to worry about these sections of oats that are just making it difficult for the class Aryan to turn around. We might swing past the grain cart on the way back up and just unload what we pick up here. Then I'll set the worker back off on the top of the field again. And then we'll cart another load of stuff. So we get 500 litres, that's not bad. Okay, you're empty. Also wondering if I should throw in the Beware of Straw mod, which will stop me from, or it will create a penalty for running over straw swaths with a harvester. Although it might also create a penalty for running over grass swaths with a mower. I don't know if that's a thing. Okay. Let's get you lined up and go worker. Okay, that's good. That needs emptied. How are we actually doing here? We're quite close to the top of this field. So possibly another cartload of grain to pull. And this field will be done. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, game time. So there's quite a lot of stuff that still needs to be done today. Whole cropping, as I said, doesn't need to be done today, it just needs to be done this month. It will ferment for the entirety of August. I'm not far enough forwards, am I? There you go. So how does the calendar... that's not the calendar. That's the calendar. We can plant canola in August. So September's the big planting month. So long as so long as it's finished fermenting in August, we can mess around with that. What I might do with the barley fields is leave them until spring and put corn in them. So we get a whole ton of maize silage next year. Okay. I've got a feeling the John Deere might be full now. Just a thought. And there we go. And also a lot of the crop treatment, planting grass I can do in the next couple of days. Spraying the grass fields I can either do today for the field we just mowed, or I can leave it till next month and do it then. Then I'm just spraying both fields at the same time. August will not be a busy month for us, so we can actually look in August towards doing a bunch of grain contracts and filling up the flour mill. Possibly, most of July. We've done most of the must-do work now. So we could either do contracts tomorrow, July 2, or July 3. probably lease a corn header for the harvester, just so that we can do the headland. Maybe do it, maybe not do it. I don't know yet. I might just do a mow and back. I might do just a single mower and a baler on the back, possibly on the Fend because it has narrow tyres, just to see if we can bale up the corn as maize. If that works, I can then make a decision as to whether I do one headland of corn so that we can easily mow the field without the grass interfering. It's sort of a big test for us this year. I will be moving, if we change maps, I will be using Maize Plus and Precision Farming, so anything we learn here will be transferable to the next map. Class Arian is on, John Deere is on. Why isn't the Harvester on? Why is the Arian on? Okay. Oh, you think you're done. Okay. Turn that engine off. Because this is not full. Actually, you know what I should do is let's pull this into the yard so we're not blocking the road. And we'll finish off the harvesting, get the header unloaded. That's the that's the last thing I need that header for. Not true. If we go out and do contracts, I need this header for the contracts that I intend to do. Okay. I think the problem here is I put that fence a little bit too close to the edge of the field, so that's why the harvester wouldn't come back this way. Anyway. Oh, that's awkward. That bit done. Okay, this will be the last of the oat harvest. We really didn't plant much oats. I should have planted more. I wish I'd known. That was the thing. I mean, I looked down at the grain mill productions. The grain mill, we've got 62,000 litres of barley. We've got 58,000 litres of oats. That's over 100,000. That's all I actually needed to run the bakery last year. But as I said, the production on that quadrupled, so we need 400,000 litres of grain, and obviously I didn't know that, so we are woefully short on grain availability. And then so yeah, 2 fields of oats was actually more than adequate, along with all of the barley headlands that we created. It's one of those I wish I'd known. And next, we move to a new map, we are going to know that going forwards. But I kind of think the canola fields will probably be barley fields this year, or for next year. The barley fields I'll delay. Didn't I plant a sorghum? I got a sorghum field. That's going to help with the grain. Not much, but it will help. But yeah, we've got, as I said, we've got a sorghum field which is going to be ripe in a couple of months. We've got the corn, obviously, that's going to be silaged. But I will plant corn in the barley fields just because that will make things a little bit more. We're then not in a rush to get the barley fields planted because corn can't be planted until spring. And so we can do that and leave the bales in the fields to ferment because we don't need to clear the fields immediately. Oh, I'm at 90%. This is interesting. I think I'm going to clear the end. Then again, maybe not. Well, that ended badly.